Yes, Diablo, we did get further, and also I think you may have missed. Well, okay, another ad break is about to end. So either you missed the ad break or you're about to be hit by it, because it does feel like you get hit by the ad break after Twitch tells me that it's all done, which is hilarious and then really stupid at the exact same time. They're future proofing for what is that? Hundreds, thousands, millions, 4 billionth update to get. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They have to be aware that they might be getting that much. If in like 1,000 years, when they eventually get to that point, and if we're still using Git for everything, that would be hilarious if like everybody's in spaceships going around and then like some poor person is like trying to figure out Git stuff while moving faster than the speed of light. That would be hilarious. Okay. So we have our signature now, and then finally, okay, now we have our version. So our version is going to be equal to a U32 from BE bytes. And we want, this is now where we have our commit, our commit of 12 through 16, like that. Except you, okay, so right, because you expected a U84, found U8, I need to try into question mark U. And then we store your version there. Okay, great. So now with our commit ref, we get you. Okay, so we hand it the commit, and now we're going to debug the commit ref. And so we should get this out. Okay, there we go. So our head is the 0008 NAC, new line. Signature is pack. Version 2. Okay, it's coming together. It's slowly but surely coming together. Claude, hello. How are you doing today? Now you're making a client. I just imagine Linus Torvalds when he made the POC and the first versions. Yeah, it's very, well, it's interesting, right? Because my understanding is that when Linus, is it Linus or Linus? I think it's Linus, right? When Linus made his first version, it didn't include the networking stuff because all of the like commits and then everything else was done through email. So I think we're actually like past his first version now and on to like more advanced stuff. Lol, it's the year 3000. People still don't know how to revert commits. Also, people still don't know amend. Yeah, exactly. Also, they still don't know how to use branches. No, those are only the junior devs on their first space adventure. The senior ones all use a lot of branches, but then are in a big fight about whether or not we should still use them despite knowing them. Next one is easy. Don't ask me about the rest. Haven't looked at that yet. Okay. We'll see. So we have our version. Okay, and I love that it's like, we accept version 2 or 3, but we only generate 2, which is like, where will 3 ever come from? But okay, it's not me. That's something else. 4-byte number of objects contained in the pack. Okay, so this is going to be another number, right? So it's a 4-byte number of objects. So I want to come back down to here, and so this is object count, which is going to be U32. Do U32 from, what was that? Lloyd! Lloyd? Hello! Welcome! Thank you so much for the raid! How's your stream today? And then welcome raiders. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Also, Albert, yeah, you sent saying git send email. Yeah. Is that actually a real URL? Let's see. Please add to your channel description the editor and the terminal window manager. Oh, okay. You see it in the top left corner. Okay, yeah. I have Alacrity, Zealage, the window manager, and then yeah, I am doing Helix, but I don't have that really anywhere shown. Anyways, Lloyd and fellow viewers, how are you doing today? What was your stream about? Okay, so we have our object count here. Oh, it's a real website that teaches you how to use emails in Git. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, I've never been to that website before. But yeah, that's really cool. Okay, object count. Let's try this. We have our cargo run, and now we should see object count. We have 302 objects. Interesting. Oh, and it does it interactively. Nice. 302 objects. Okay. You said that, Isitsu, right? That there's going to be 302. Somebody said that. Observation. We cannot have more than 4 G versions. Smiley winky face. And more than 4 G objects in a pack. Okay, fine. Well, we're never going to have that. That would make everything would be in. I don't think like Google's or Meta's monorepos have that many things. Linux kernel and many other projects development still happens over email patches, doesn't it? I don't remember anymore if that's still what it does. I know that's what they used to do. Oh yeah? Okay, so that's interesting. Now, if you incorrectly used from LE bytes, then you might be surprised by the number. Yeah, so I don't really know the difference between LE and BE. Well, I know that they're talking about endians, but I don't know what that really does. Git in Linux dev still happens over mailing lists. Oh, mailing lists are just too much for me. Like, there's too much data happening all the time. I got rid of so many mailing lists over the years. I used to like subscribe to so many of them, and then they just became too much noise. Or rather, there's too much noise in the world, it feels like, and therefore I can't handle even more. The header is followed by the number of object entries, each of which looks like this. Okay, so undeltified representation, n byte type and length, 3-bit type. Okay, compressed data. Wait a second. So, okay, so we have then the type. Oh, great. N byte type, which is, and then the length. 3-bit type. and then the length. Okay, so we have a byte type. So we have an object type next. Which this is a little bit hard for me to tell exactly what it is. Are you a number or are you a string? I think it's the number here. So this would be another U32. Okay, so this is gonna be our commit. Now we're at 16 through 20, so now we're at 20 through, and this is 3 of them, right? So 23. I'm gonna try into question mark U, go there. We have our byte type. Okay, let's try U. Ooh, okay, so could not convert slice to array. So you're not a number? You're something else. That would be a vec of those. This is the entry list. Huh. Okay, so 20 to 23 is only 3 bytes, which is, oh, this is not byte, this is 3-bit type. One byte is 8 bits. Wait, that feels weird. Oh, I would need 4 if I want to convert it to 32. I could try the 4. I don't think this is right. So I think maybe it is a string. I want to say I think it's gonna be a string, but we're gonna try this. Okay, yeah. So byte type. Pretty sure that's not correct. It could be a mask and shift. That could be true. Let's try converting this to a stir. So we're gonna do a standard stir from UTF-8. To owned you. Okay, so byte type. Now you need to be a string up here. Invalid UTF-8 sequence of 1 bytes from index 0. Okay, that's... If I put you back to 3, I don't think that's going to solve it. Yeah, okay, so... How do I mask and shift? Assuming that's actually what I need to do. So n byte type and length. 3-bit type. So do I want just 1 byte here? And then we figure out what that is? Okay, What if I just keep on trying to go up from the right one? What if I just take in what this byte is? So you are going to be a commit of 20 to 23. I wonder if you should be something like that. Just give me the 2 bytes. Or even one of them. Yeah, let's do the 3 first, and then I want to debug byte type. Okay, so our byte type, we have 157, 14, and then 120. So if this 157 is correct, this is 157. Would I convert this to hex or to something else? Would I want to shift it? Oh, can I have it print out the numbers? Let's say I print out just like 20 through like 20. That should give me the 157, right? No, I need 21. Okay, so that gives me the 157 there. If I want to print out, isn't there a way for me to print out the binary look of this? This would do print line. It's something like B byte type, or let's see, we do byte type B. Oh, and then I want the first one of these. Like, give me that. Okay, so it's 100111101. Okay, so that's 157. I don't know how much this actually helps me. Zibby, you okay? You wanna come? I don't know what he wants. Oh, he's not okay. Yep, he just wanted. I think what he wanted me to do was be in a more Zilby is like slowly becoming more desiring more to like be on us, to like lay on us or lay next to us. So I think what happened was he wanted to like lay on my lap, or he wanted me to like lie back and like lay up here. But he got here, and then he's like, huh, this is nowhere near as comfortable as he thought it should be. I think when he like decided to come over here, and he's like, okay, never mind, I'm gonna go back to my lying down spot. That's gonna be so much better. But he got some pets out of it, so that's nice. Now, okay. Now we know that this is an object commit, right? So that's one, which would be this one right here. Is that it? Is this the only thing I care about? Is just what this number is? No. Because if it's a 2, a 3, a 4... No, because like, okay. That doesn't help at all either. How do I get 1 bit from a byte? Or rather, how would I get 3 bits from a byte? Okay, so this is wait. N byte type and length, which is 3-bit type, and then okay, n minus 1. So I would assume that n one of these things times 7 plus 4 minus bit length. Minus bit length? Is that a minus bit, or is that just a dash to say, hey, that's how to do it? So if I do n, so we know it's 1, right? So if it's 1 minus 1, so that would be 0 times 7, that's 0 plus 4, so it'd be 4 length. Minus bit or just 4? That's weird. Oh, Albert, you need to create graphics card stuff? Oh, that's going to be interesting, but you seem to be making really good progress. Let's see. Oh, Crazy Frog. I forgot to check the YouTube chat. Hello. How are you doing today? You absolutely struggle reading specs and converting them into code. For example, algorithms and stuff. Any tips? The problem is that there's no standard for anybody writing any documentation out, like how code, like how algorithms work or other documentation. And so everybody who does it differently, does it maybe a way that works for their brain, but it won't necessarily work for yours, which is unfortunate. So for me, what I often do is try to look at the documentation, and then if that doesn't work for me, I move on to examples, if there are any. And if there are no examples, I try to look at literally anything else that I could find. I might end up going to blog posts that implement it, something like that. And then eventually I'll sort of create a mental model about how the thing is supposed to work, and then I can start building it myself. And if it's algorithms themselves, you could write tests and do test-driven development for implementing those algorithms, which helps ensure that you're actually doing it the way that you think that the way that you think you're doing it is the way that reality wants you to do it. So that's sort of like those are my tips. And I don't know, it's not really that helpful, but hopefully it helps a little bit. You got 28 CPU instructions. You're a 10th of the way over all possible ones. But did you start today? Because that still feels pretty good. Wait, size encoding. This document uses the following size encoding of non-negative integers. From each byte, the 7 least significant bits are used to form the resulting integer. As long as the most significant bit is 1, this process continues. The byte with most significant bit, 0, provides the last 7 bits. The 7-bit chunks are concatenated Later values are more significant. Wait, is that saying that like if the rightmost one is 1, then I add all the others together? That's weird. Huh, I'm not sure I understand that. And also, okay, oh, how do I know if it's deltafied or undeltafied? Oh, because if it's a delta, if it's a type, but I should be getting type commit. Etsitsu, gotta go. Well, thank you very much for the help. It has been a lot help, very, very helpful. So have a great rest of your day. Deltafied representation. Conceptually, there are only 4 object types: commit, tree, tag, and blob. However, to save space, an object could be stored as a delta of another base object. These representations are assigned new types OFS delta and ref delta, which is only valid in a pack file. Oh, no, okay, so the most significant would be the one at the far left. Not the very right, which is what I was thinking. And we know this is version 2, so we don't have to look at version 1. Okay, so hold on. If we were to look at this, we have... If this goes away, the one on the far left, so then we just have 11101. So this would be what? 1, 2, then 4. So that's 4, 5, then 8. So that's 13 plus then 16, 13. Okay, it's already too long. So it's not that. So I guess the next thing is to question, do we have a deltafied representation or an undeltafied representation? My guess is it's this. N byte type and length. Now it's 3 bits type and then a length from this compressed data. Can I turn a number into a string from stir? Probably not, right? How do I, okay, so from the bytes documentation, there's nothing here about bits, right? Yeah, there's nothing here about bits. Now we have our object count of 302. So we know there's 302 objects, but doesn't it, so I guess it doesn't start with the objects right away. It starts with this. So if I take you, okay, so let's say we take this and I just want to turn that into a string. Let's just take the next 4 and just see what we get with that. And so we'll just print out the byte type. Okay, invalid UTF-8 sequence of 1 bytes from index 0. So that's this trying to get the byte type. It doesn't like whatever this is. Invalid UTF-8 sequence of 1 byte. So it's not a UTF-8 sequence. Okay, so what if I... What if I just debug out whatever these bytes are? This would be, what, 20 to 24. Let's just take a look at those. Oh wait, no, not print line. I want debug. Okay. Okay, 157, 14, 120, 156. Are any of these in UTF-8? 157 is just not, is outside of UTF-8, isn't it? That's why it yells at me. It yells at me for that. And it also yells at me if I try to turn it into a U32. So I don't know what it wants. So it's, okay, n byte type and length. Now, this is saying, okay, n minus 1 times 7. So if it, I guess we don't really know if it is a commit or if it's something else, do we? Because a commit is made up of many things and there's 300 something objects in here. It could also be a delta object. Now it looks like it's going to be the same no matter what, which is, that's good, I guess. So 3-bit type, comma. That's interesting. So we have the type, and then we have the length. Is that 2 bytes worth? Like 2 things? So if I were to grab this and just say, okay, give me you. Oh, but this would need to be a number. I think it does correctly get this as a number, right? Oh, but from B bytes needs to be 4, doesn't it? Yeah, it's so weird, right? Like, I don't really know what these are trying to tell me either, and it's like, wouldn't one, it would be 1 byte and then 3 bits. Oh, is that what it's trying to say? 3 bits of the byte are representing the type, and then the other. But you can't have 3 bits and wait, no, and 5. Okay. Wait, a 5 or more doesn't make any sense. 3 and 5 together makes sense because 8, right? Let's try getting 1. Okay, let me go back to this. We're going to get 1 byte again. So the byte type. So there's 1 byte. And then I want to print out the byte type in binary. Why are you upset with this? Oh. Ha. What did I do? Okay, so U32 from B bytes. Oh, but this is probably going to be not work because, okay. U32 from B bytes. Because this needs to be 4 things, doesn't it? I need to think in CPAC struct terms. So the problem is I'm not sure how to think in CPAC struct terms. I don't think I have a really good mental model of it yet. Like, I'm able to get these out, but I'm not really sure what this is. Now, okay, so we have this size encoding, which I think is what this comes from. This document uses the following size encoding of non-negative integers. From each byte, so the 7 least significant bits are used to form the resulting integer. As long as the most significant bit is 1, this process continues. The byte with most significant bit, 0, provides the last 7 bits. The 7-bit chunks are concatenated. Later values are more significant. This size encoding should not be confused with the offset encoding, which is also used in this document. Okay. Now this does not say offset encoding. So what I need to do is, I think we grabbed it out one point in time. I want to grab the first, okay, so let's start over again. We grab out the object byte is going to be equal to our commit of 20 through 21, and we get the first one. Oh, it's byte type. It's really object type. Okay, so if we print out the binary for this, You're on final part of array when MSB is 0. Else keep decoding. Okay, so here's what this is. So we have 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 1. So that's what we got. Now looking at this, it's n byte. From each byte, the 7 least significant bits. What is a significant bit in binary? I don't remember that. Is that the one on the most left or one on the most right? My initial thought was it was one on the most left, but I think that's wrong. Leftmost in human terms. Okay, so this is our most significant bit. So from each byte, the 7 least significant bits are used to form the resulting integer. As long as the most significant bit is 1, so this left one is 1, so then the rest of them, which are these, the 7-bit chunks are concatenated. Later values are more significant. Now, when it says concatenated, what does that mean? Does it mean like literally I'm just adding these together to like how many ones there are? So in that case, it would be 4. And if it was 4, that would mean that this is a tag. The problem is endian doesn't affect bit order, but bytes. And is that the, oh, so that would be the reason why we just count ones. Or we don't care about where the ones are, unless they're in the farmost left one. That feels anything. It's saying catting literally. If I take 3 of these bytes, okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 is an 8-bit segment of that, though, right? Because like each one of those values in the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a byte. Each byte is 8 bits. Bit. Oh, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 is I guess I'm confused about that. I'm reading that as decimal, but I shouldn't be reading that as decimal, right? Those are just positions in a binary number. Read as position. Okay. So 0 is the farthest most left thing. Now, if we look at this 3-bit type, so if we were to take a look at the 3 bits, then here, so that would be that 1 then 0 0 1. Oh my gosh, everything wants to update. So 0 0 1, and then the rest of them would be 3. In which case that would be saying that this is a commit type. Or a commit object type. I can convert this. I can actually make a string of the binary. Okay, so if you want to encode a short, so like you have 10000XX, 1XXXX, 0XXX, but wait, I'm confused at the short. Oh, short is 16 bits across 3 7-bit groups. Oh. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so a problem with trying to give me guidance on this one is that I don't know the terminology. I know some binary terminology, but it's also been like 20 plus years since I've done anything with it. So I've forgotten a lot. Which means that my transfer for a lot of these things are going to be very poor. Now, it would be a lot easier if I knew exactly what it was. Then I could start creating a mental model based upon saying, okay, well, I know what this is. Therefore, if I know this thing, then I can start going with things that I don't know and start collecting them out. Okay, pretty sure it's what it's describing in docs. You've written and worked with similar formats. Okay, that's good to know. I don't care about the original. Wait a second. So is this something else? Version 2 pack. Oh, IDX files. Is that what I have? Is this an IDX file? Could be wrong though. Standing in the kitchen eating while you're on the phone. Well, I mean that makes sense. Oh, but then this is a rev file. Okay. There's so many files to look at. I don't think this is a multi-pack file. I don't think it's a midx file. It yeah, look in .git someday, lots of file types. Yeah, there definitely are. I guess it could be a rev. It could be an IDX. Or it just could be none of those altogether, and it is just a thing. Okay, so what we have is this binary number 100111101. Now, if the farthest left one is our MSB, and it's MSB1, which means that the rest are used to form the resulting integer. This is saying it's the 3-bit type. So it's the n byte type and length in 1 byte, probably. So if I use this, so the next 3 would be the type, that would be 1. And then we have the length, and the length would be what? So 1, So 2, 4, 8. So 8 plus 4 is 16, 17. That doesn't, well, okay, well, hold on. 17, but then it does n minus 1. If that is 1, that means it's 0, times 7, which is 0, plus 4, which is 4. Minus bit, which would be 8. No, that doesn't make any sense. If it was 8 or 16 or whatever we had gotten. Now, I don't really understand this calculation here. It would make a lot more sense if it wasn't 0. Because why is the data then going to be so small? And it's compressed data. Okay, but let's say that our n byte type is okay. So let's convert. I want to convert this into a full string. So we have our object type. So let's make this into a format. So this is gonna be this is the object type header. So let's see if I want to. Does it show a diagram of that packed struct in the docs? Maybe. So we have our undeltified and then deltified representation. Now, the only diagram that I see is in the deltified representation, and that's it. So I don't know if this is correct from the undeltified, right? So we have our yeah, I don't really know how this works. And this to me feels more like how to merge. Because if it gives us deltas, which are not full objects, but rather parts of objects. And then the rest of it is version 1, and then different file formats. You'd probably have to read the source code to understand. Yeah, probably. It's probably like part of me not understanding and knowing where I'm going, and so I'm muddling through with a lot of this. But okay, let's imagine that, okay, I created the object type header in binary, so I literally have a string of like 1, 0, 0. So let's try, I want 3 of them now. Chrono Gameplays, hello. Thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you. How's your day going today? Let me try now object type header of 1 through 4. I think. Okay, yes, now I get that 001. Are you doing pretty good? Excellent. That's good to hear. So, okay, I'm getting 001 here. Okay, great. Now, the rest of them would then be debug object type header of 4 to the end. And I could also debug object type header of 0. Oh, yeah. I need the... Oh, I can't get like the first byte of this or the first bit easily. I can, okay, so I can range, so 0 through 1. That works. Oh, I can get git to poop out the internals. Oh, interesting. Okay, so here's now the first byte broken out like this. Okay, try git verify pack -v git object pack a pack file index to see what you're currently screwing with. Assuming that this is an index file, right? Because that's the problem. So when I do this query here, I'm getting this commit and I'm getting this back. So I know it's a pack, but that's all I know. So I wonder if it's going to be named after the same thing here. That would be interesting. Let me actually... Oh, an ad break just started. Okay. I'm going to use the restroom really quickly, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll try your thing. Okay, your browser got ads, your phone hasn't started. Okay, and I got the phone. All right, I'll be right back. We'll do cat cam for break time. Nope, that wasn't it. That was it.